top of the North Island,
Wow.
Wellington, to raise funds to end human slavery.
Wow.
Morning guys, I had no idea that you guys were going to be here. I just wanted a photo of the Parliament just so I can show people I made it all the way.
Well done.
But I thought, he asked me to say a few things, so I thought I might as well should. You guys are obviously a lot of caring bunch. You are really passionate about different things, and that's really awesome. You should never take away someone's passion. Yeah, I think you guys are great for standing up for what you believe in, but do you mind if I quickly just talk about why I did this walk?
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I went over to Asia and saw some children prostituting themselves to me and the people that I was with. The youngest would have been about 8 years old, awfully young. And then later on in life, I went over to Europe and I saw the same thing happening. I saw women who had been tricked into slavery, into the sex works, who had had their passports taken off them, who had been promised work, who had been promised accommodation and a better life. They had gotten there and then they were drugged, beaten, raped and put into the situation where they were. A lot of the places in the world are incredibly criminalised. We are so lucky to live in New Zealand and to have the comforts that we do here, because where they come from, if they tried to run away from the brothels, the police would beat them up, rape them and send them straight back. The police were owning the brothels, them and their wives and everybody else. The money that I'm raising goes to a Kiwi guy. He used to be an undercover cop. He is an amazing, passionate, beautiful person who has spent 16 years going into brothels and trying to find evidence that these people were holding them, that these people were slaves, rescuing them and then sending them back into their own country or wherever they came from, sending them home back to their families. Or a lot of them were sold by their families. These children were sold by their parents to make up a bit more money. So these children would then go to cares. What he found out when he was working for American organisations, he would never say anything bad about them because they were only ever trying to help, but the systems that they had in place didn't keep him safe. He would be in a brothel where he would have a gun put to his head and told that he had to have sex with a 3-year-old to prove that he wasn't a cop, to prove that he wasn't trying to do something bad. And because of that, he ended up getting post-traumatic stress. He got depression, it ruined his marriage, he ended up getting a divorce, he became suicidal. He had to see and do so many things to try and get this evidence together that it destroyed him. And he came back to New Zealand and he started up a New Zealand organisation now, which is called NVADER, where they are made up of volunteers pretty much, of other policemen and other people who have the right kind of training. And there's 5 of them, so they'll have 2 teams of 2 people who have each other's backs. They go in, they have someone then in a car making sure that they're safe, and they get enough evidence to prove that these children are being sold for sex and that these people have stolen them away. All around the world, it is illegal in any brothel to work in a brothel under the age of 18. Even in New Zealand, I mean, our sex age I think is 16, it's still illegal to work in a brothel under 18. But a lot of that isn't happening. We have so many laws that every country signs up to and they don't follow. So what I'm trying to do is not only raise money for Daniel Walker to save these children, raise awareness of what is happening. Many people don't realise that 21 million people are in slavery around the world. 21 million, you know? Like, put your hand up if you knew that 21 million people are in slavery. One hand.
There's actually
a few.
There's actually more than that, I think.
Yeah. There's a lot of numbers, a lot of
that's
estimates.
just sex slavery.
It's
Just
huge.
sex slavery. There's still other forms of slavery outside the sex industry.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, it's terrific. So, yeah, that's why I'm walking. That's why I'm trying to raise the money and awareness. So,
Well done.
yeah, so I made it here. Yay.
Well done.